What's up, guys? Tried something new today. Did behind the neck jerks. I've never done those before, so I was a little cautious going into it, but it's one of my new favorite things to do now. I went every 2.5 minutes for 5 sets, so it was like 12.5 minutes total. I did 3 behind the neck jerks. I started around 75% and kind of built throughout to like a heavy 3. So I started around 185, and I ended up getting up to 215, which felt really good, really strong. I felt nice and stable up in the top. Right now, my 1 rep is about 255. That's my max clean and jerk. I don't think I've ever actually maxed out just my jerk. So 215, super happy with how strong that felt. So gonna stop there while on my head. After those 5 sets, I'm going to go into some bench press now, some tempo bench. I'm going to do 6 sets of 3 every 90 seconds, so not as much rest. But I'm going to do a tempo, so I'm going to do a 2-second descent. I'm going to pause at the bottom for 2 seconds, explode up, take a breath, and then go right back into the next rep. So 3 reps there. Get after it. Slight audible here. I was practicing the tempo during my warm-up, and the 2-second descent, I didn't see much out of it, so I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to do a 3-second descent and a 3-second pause. Kind of just like what we did with those squats in that last video. If you guys checked it out. If you hadn't, check it out. Great squat routine there. But, yeah, that being said, we're going to get after it now. All right, guys, just finished up that tempo bench. Felt great. I know some of you guys might, question my 3-second count on the way down and the pause at the bottom, but I tried my best to stay true to that. I can tell you right now, some of them might have been maybe like 2.5 seconds, but I did my best. Like I said, it's hard to stay focused on actually moving the weight and staying, focused on my form and everything itself, and then counting down in my head. Moving on from that, we're going to go into a little hero workout, something different, something you guys can do at home as well. No equipment is really needed. It's going to be hero workout JT. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's 21, 15, 9 handstand push-ups into ring dips into normal push-ups. So 21 of each of those, and then 15 each of those, and then 9 of each of those. So, if you guys want to do it, give it a shot. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know how you guys do. But I'm going to start getting ready for this now. Oh, that sucked. Wow, that was so much worse than I remember. I haven't done this one in a while. And it's funny, I always go into the handstand push-ups pretty confidently. But today, I did the first 5, and I tried to do 7, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3. But I can tell you right now, that did not work. That fell through pretty quick. But yeah, hopped up for that first 7. Once I hit 5 reps, I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be a long workout today. I felt those behind the neck jerks kick in, and I was like, whew, all right, it's gonna be a long ride, but it'll be a mental battle. So got through it. The dips felt great, push-ups felt great, overall everything felt great. So guys, as I was doing those handstand push-ups, I remembered how a few of you guys had asked me, whether it be via Instagram, via in person, just kind of how to go through and how to get to a handstand push-up. So I'm going to take some time to give you guys the progression that we at U City kind of walk through with our athletes on how to go from the bare minimum of a handstand push-up scale all the way up to your handstand push-up. So I'll give you guys each step of the way. Hope you guys stick along, and I'll walk you through each step of the way to hopefully get you guys your first handstand push-ups. So before we start really getting into this, I just want to state again, this is the way I learned. Don't get discouraged. This is a tough movement to really get down. There's many members of my gym, many strong members of my gym that have a very strong shoulder strength and like strict press and pressing, but they still find it difficult to get these handstand push-ups. So take it slow. It's a long journey to get there, but following these steps should start getting you guys in that right direction and towards getting your first handstand push-up. So starting off, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the seated dumbbell press. What I mean by this is the first thing I usually have our athletes do is sit down somewhere, grab 2 dumbbells, start light, and then we can work our way up heavy. But just getting those dumbbells in that front rack position and then driving them up overhead. Make sure we're getting our head through at the top and trying to get those biceps by our ears. The way we start with this is we're going to start slowly building up that shoulder strength to be able to support you while you're inverted and get that pressing strength, because if you don't have that strength up in your shoulders, then you're not really going to be getting off the ground very fast. So once I see that they're pretty proficient with that, they can move some decent weight that I think will be fine with them carrying over to the next thing, then we're going to move on. So the next one we have is the pike press. Start off on the ground. It's sort of like in a down dog position. From here, we kind of shift our weight forward over our hands, and we're going to slowly, nice and controlledly lower our head down in front of our hands. One key that I like to use is I want to see you guys, you should be in front of your fingertips where you can see your fingertips when you're at the bottom, and then pressing through. We're not pressing straight up like a push-up, but we're going to press our head all the way through at the top, getting it through our shoulders, and then we're going to go right back down into it. So that's the next thing we do. Once I see that they're proficient in that, what we're going to do is we're going to start elevating those feet. So what that's going to do is going to shift more weight up into your shoulders and onto your hands, and you're slowly getting towards that body weight handstand push-up or pike press, right? So same thing as number 2, except our feet are going to be up in the air, and we can start slowly getting those feet higher and higher. While we're doing these, though, we like to have you guys practice kicking up into the wall, because that can be very daunting and scary for a lot of people, that, especially that haven't been used to going upside down yet. So what we'll have you guys do is jump up, kick to the wall, maybe hang out there for a couple seconds, get the feeling of driving through those shoulders to keep yourself stable, and then kick back down, shake it out for a little bit, and then practice kipping up and supporting your body weight just on your hands. So once you guys have been doing elevated pike presses, and they feel really comfortable, and you're moving good weight with those dumbbells, then what I'll have you guys do, and you're comfortable kicking up, we'll kick you guys up, we'll put a couple ab mats or a couple pads under your head, and we'll have you guys start doing negative. So what you're going to do is you're going to kick up, and then you're going to slowly lower yourself down for about a 3 to 5 second count, right? So come up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nice and controlled. Go back down to the ground, shake it out, and then kick right back up. We're not pressing out the bottom. We're just going to kind of like roll out of it onto the ground, shake it out, and go back up. That's our negative. So that's the next step in the progress. Again, slowly getting used to now lowering and moving our body while we're up in that inverted position. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start actually trying to press out of that. But we're going to do it with pads under our head, right? So we're limiting that range of motion that we have, and we're just getting used to going down, tapping that pad, and then driving through our shoulders. From there, once we start getting comfortable with that, we're just going to slowly start taking away those pads. So if we're using ab mats, for example, maybe we usually don't let you guys go over 2 ab mats, but say we have like 2, 3 ab mats, right? You're easily repping out 5 reps, 5, 6, 7 reps. We'll take our ab mat away, right? And we'll start doing it now with only 2 ab mats or 1 ab mat. Same thing. Once you guys start getting comfortable with that, that's when we take away the ab mats and get you to where the top of your head is hitting the same plane as your hands, and we are finally at that final handstand push-up progression, I guess. You're finally at that final destination. So key things to keep in mind, like I said, it takes a while to get there, so have patience with it. You can always revert back to number 1 to keep building that shoulder strength. Seated dumbbell presses will be your best friend with this, because by being seated, you're not going to be able to kip your legs, dip and drive. You're not going to be able to use any lower body in getting those dumbbells overhead. It's going to be all on your shoulders, keeping your core tight. With that being said, though, when we're in these negatives, let's make sure our core is tight the whole time, right? We're not loosey-goosey in here. Our belly's not flying out in front of us. We're keeping that tight, keeping the ribs down, and staying controlled the whole way. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope this helped out a little bit in giving us some direction to go in. Trying to learn handstand push-ups. Like I said, it comes natural for some people. It comes really hard for others. So don't get discouraged by it. Keep at it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped out. I hope you guys liked watching me move some weight. If there's any other tutorials that you guys want to see or tips I can give, please leave them below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.